Hi and welcome. If you're new to my channel, I am a Canadian girl who's now living in the United States and I'm loving it. I am a beauty lover. I've been loving my beauty unboxings. Hopefully you'll have an opportunity to check it out. I've been doing this almost getting close to a month now and loving it. Also just finished doing a couple of things, trying to get myself a little more organized. I was living up north with Four Seasons, traveling a lot, and now I'm going to be living down south in the United States. So I have access now to products that I didn't have access before to, as well as prices that I never had access to before. So going a little crazy, hoping through the beauty community you guys will help me out through the comment section of steering me right, steering me left, and telling me what I've been missing as well as what I should be trying. So I am hoping that by having a channel I'll get more of the feedback back and forth as opposed to solely being a watcher. So hopefully you will subscribe. It's free. It's the red button down below the video. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying my content. Supposedly that helps, and we'll take it from there. So very, very excited to get started. Okay, some of the products I've received in kits from the shopping channels. In Canada, there was only one shopping channel. Down here, I've already found 3. And loving QVCs and the HSNs, as well as through the boxes, I've been getting not only sample sizes, but I've been getting full sizes. Also loving shopping at the ULTAs, and know the 21 days are coming up in September. Excited to get a couple things that I got some sneak peeks on of what we should expect. So let's get started so this doesn't get too long and I don't ramble. So the first item that I want to start talking to, this drawer in particular, is my highlighter drawer. I never knew about highlighters until about maybe a year ago, and you know, it's been a hit and miss for me. I've been loving very much a couple of them that are from the drugstore, but then I got introduced to a brand called ULTA, and it is a brand that I've tried a couple of their highlighters, but the one that I love the most and the one that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is the one called Rodeo Drive. It's really got this rose gold undertone, but you need so little, and I am loving it. So ULTA is now my standard of what I look for in a highlighter. So that is always up front on my counter. Another one that I got introduced to through the boxes is a brand called Morphe. Morphe is a brand that a lot of influencers talk about, and I know that they're growing tremendously even in retail now. This one that I have is called High Impact. I've had a hit and miss with some of the Morphe products. One of the first items that I bought from Morphe was the one that everyone was talking about. It was one of those 35 shadows, and I you know, the hype gets you, and I ran out and I got it and wasn't overly impressed with it. So little by little I'm trying some more Morphe. I know that there's they've upgraded their packaging and they're doing a lot of new things. So we'll keep trying, and we'll see if we can get some more winners. So this one is Morphe. This one is, like I said, the brand is the item is called High Impact, and it's called Extra. So this one I've been enjoying as well. I have it on the counter right next to the ULTA, and the other one that I absolutely love are the Wet n Wild. I have a whole bunch of these. Every time they came out with a new one, I got them because they're inexpensive, they're easily accessible through the drugstores, and Precious Petals is the one that I've been enjoying a lot. So that stays out here. Okay, I did get a couple of items in. This is where I'll go through what's in my standard box, but I did get a few that I'm having a love-hate with them because want to try them. We're getting them in boxes, and for some reason I don't get the whole concept of the ones that are cream versions. So if somebody can help me out down below, that would be great. I'm putting it on before I'm putting on my powders. I then put my, my powders over it, and then I still feel I have to go on with a powdered highlighter to get it to be as vibrant. And to me, I don't know why I need this extra step if I'm getting it on its own before I even started playing with this. So that was this item here from Far Sally, that one there. And this is the brand that all the girls, drip that oil all over their face. Then I got a couple of smaller versions in boxes from the Morphe. I did get this one from the drugstore called Vitality Healthy Glow. It was my first step into trying the creams before I got this one in the box. Then there were a couple that e.l.f. came out with one, Wet n Wild came out with this Halo. Then I received a Cover FX one in a box in a purple. And then at the drugstore, I got one from Hard Candy, which actually the one I've been enjoying is from Hard Candy for the drugstore version, besides the Wet n Wilds. So those I need some help with because for some reason I don't get it. I also got in one of the boxes the Dandelion Shy Beam from Benefit. It really just stays, in the drawer. And then I got the Cover FX version that was such a big hurrah last season, and it was their glitter drops. They either come out like the Tin Man on me, or like I said, I have to use a regular powder over it. So I don't understand the whole concept. So the next item that I got in a box that I have stayed in the box because they're loose powders, and I'm still at the stage where I'm running around, so my makeup has to be done in a certain amount of time in the morning, and then I don't look at myself again until the end of the day. So when things you have to play with, they kind of stay in the drawer, but they stay in the drawer because I don't want to give them up, and I want to try them because everyone talks so highly of this Artiste Couture product. So those are in my area where I've got to try them. Then I got my Hello Light from It Cosmetics. It Cosmetics is a brand that I absolutely adore. Their powder version of their highlight I end up using a lot more than their cream version. I got a couple of highlighters from a brand called Skin. This is a shopping channel brand. I haven't seen their products at all in the stores, but they have this one that's called Candlelight, and it is fantastic. It really doesn't come across like a highlighter. It just gives you this like a candlelight. It's like this perfect light version of a highlighter without it being like in your face, boom. Like a Nikki tutorial loves it in your face. This is very subtle, very, very nice. Then of course, we have our Beccas, which to me were the first people that I got introduced to shimmering highlighters with. And I'm trying to see if this was the one that was Opal, or yeah, this is Opal. And sorry guys, that's the color there. And it also has that rose gold. So I guess I like the rose gold way that highlighters go. This was another one of the higher end brands that I initially bought from the Balm. It is one of the only products that I'm actually loving from the Balm. I've tried their eyeshadows. I've now just received another palette. I'm missing something there. I've got to play with it more because too many people talk highly of this that I'm not understanding why for me it's not coming across that way. So these were the three sisters, the Mary Lou, City Lou, and Betty Lou, and this was my first introduction to highlighters. So these I've had for a while and I still haven't hit pan. So to me, highlighters, you do not need a lot. Even if you get a small sample size, it'll last you for a very long time. Smashbox is another one of a brands that I absolutely love. This one I took with me because it was a small version, but it got destroyed a little bit in my travels. But that's what happens when you travel with, powders and makeup and stuff. I got a sample size of the Rockabilly from Benefit. I have the big palettes from Benefit that usually has highlighters and blushes, and those are the ones like the Cheerleader and all those. But when I travel, I try to take these little guys with me. So at Christmas time, when they run those little gifts, you know, that they have all these little sample sizes, I grab them because for me, for travel, I'm trying not to travel with any of my palettes anymore, but I'll take these little sample packets with me. Tarte Cosmetics is another one that I love, love, love. Their blushes and their highlighters. Their highlighters are a little more subtle and great for work. So to me, that's an absolute win. I have a couple of other ones here that I got from boxes. One was a brand from a company called Vintage, and this one, I reached for it when we got it, but then when the next box arrived, it kind of ended up at the back of the drawer. So when that happens, it's like not a love. And then I got a second one from Vintage that was a blush, but I ended up using it more as a highlighter because it was a little too much gleam for me for the blush version. Then I have another highlighter from Becca, and this one was in Prosecco. This was another big one that everyone talked about. And this one also was more of a golden rosy color. Then I got a couple more from Ofra that I got in boxes, and I just got another one in this month's boxes, but it's sitting in my area where I've got to do the final reviews for the month-end Battle of the Boxes. I got one in Rodeo Drive, which is my favorite, and then one in the one called Blissful. And I find a lot of times when they're pushing this Rodeo Drive, it's almost, whenever I end up getting a kit, the highlighter is always in Rodeo Drive. And then Blissful is more of a pinky tone. And the other ones were just, I think a stick that I got, yeah, a strobing stick that I got from Maybelline, figuring maybe on the stick version that would be better than the cream version. So I figured if I'm going to try it, I'll try it with a drugstore brand. And then I think I just have one from e.l.f. It was called the Shimmering Highlighting Powder, and it was like that. And I do have in one of my other drawers, I have the one from Essence that everyone talks about, but for some reason on me, it doesn't show up at all, but everyone talks so highly of it. And then I got a couple of pencils forms from Tristique. So that's where the Maybelline one came in. I have a one from Dalton, which is another brand that's from QVC, but it is in a cream version of their highlighter. And then this one, which was in a box from this brand called Luna, but it didn't do much for me, so it ended up in the drawer. And that's it. The other ones are all little sample sizes that I got in a Christmas box with the ULTAs and the What's Up from Benefit, and that's pretty much it. And then of course a cream version with a color I got from e.l.f. But like I said, I didn't fall in love with it. And then the last one that was in a kit that was from Philosophy, which is a brand that I absolutely love for my daily cleansing, their Purity and their, I don't know what the other one is called. It's, I get them in the humongous sizes. It's Purity is the cleanser, and then there's an exfoliator one that the beads are really, really small. They're easy to use at the end of the day, and I love that. So this came in a kit, but like I said, it's a creamier version, and for me, the creamier versions are not major wins. So that's my highlighter selections that I have, that I've purchased, that I've gone through. But like I said, to me, I have enough of the Rodeo Drives to last me for a little while. So the high-end ones are ones that I'm going to be using. And then when I'm traveling, I try to take, like I said, the smaller ones, or an inexpensive brand like Wet n Wild, where I feel I get a very similar effect. So if you can help me out with some of the comments down below, I would really appreciate the communication being opened, and loving having the opportunity for the few people that have written me. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Give me a thumbs up. That will help me, as well as please subscribe to the channel. It is the red button down below. It's free, and we'll be able to know when I send videos out, and right now I'm just trying to catch up to bring you guys all up to speed with everything that I have, plus all the unboxings. And well, I have a little bit of downtime to be able to do all this. So very excited. Looking forward to hopefully opening up some communications, and we'll see you in the next video. All right. Thanks for checking in. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.